Slow fade. A couch. No, a blue one. No, the Numberjacks one, dude. You literally made the video. You know what it's about. So I just watched the Numberjacks movie. And it's weird because, well, obviously, it's Numberjacks. This 45-minute long episode does nothing to shake up its normally 15-minute long formula. It just stretches it out and goes,
"Good job, boys. We just did a Numberjacks."
Guess what, creators of Numberjacks? It was not good. It was incredibly mediocre. And you might be thinking, Bailey, calm down. It's just a children's show for little babies, and I'm a little baby because I love fur so much. No. This stuff needs to be criticized so our children, the future of civilized living, carry out our righteous values into the 21st century. And it also gets a lot of views. I'm talking a ton. Numberjacks Endgame stars the title characters as they overcome the biggest threat they have ever faced. It's the villains from the show. Except it's all of them this time. Our story begins with 8 and 9 taking what I assume is their weekly vacation, but this time they allow 1 and 2 to tag along. This whole setup takes like 5 minutes involving new lyrics to the launch song and 2 whole countdown sequences. Now that's what I call fan service. We then cut to 3, 4, and Chekhov's mirrors as the two numbers have a vanity contest while simultaneously putting down the other.
You look funny in the mirror.
You look funny all the time.
You might think, the moral is to be nice to your friends. But this never comes up again. Suddenly, an alarm goes off, and 3 and 4 rush to the control room to help in any way they can.
Agent 91 here.
What's the problem, Agent 91?
Problem? What problem?
Oh, things aren't going wrong at all.
I tell you what is a problem.
Oh, great.
Having to talk to you Numberjacks.
Did that kid seriously just call the Numberjacks just to say everything's fine? That's like calling up 911 and being like, "Oh yeah, I just want to have a chat." 911, what's your emergency?
It's not really an emergency. I just wanted to check in on your day. How's your day?
Oh, my day's going good. How's yours?
Good, good. Glad to hear it. So, what are you up to?
Oh yeah, I just had the football game tonight. You know, go Eagles. This is fine. The Numberjacks must not get many social calls as they immediately assume something is awry. After some quick Photoshop edits and an interview with one of their many child laborers, who really just need a break, they determine their whole organization is compromised. And wouldn't you know it? They're right. Their workers have been stricken by the infamous Problem Blob along with his F-tier song. He's making minimum wage workers act out against the system which is holding them down. Wait, is the Problem Blob a good guy? Just as an aside, this poor waitress gets screwed with in like every single episode. Could you imagine the mental and physical toll of losing your job because a cosmic group of meanies like to make you look incompetent? And you know she gets fired because every episode she's working somewhere else. Okay, here comes my favorite part of the show. We're 5. Yeah, I made somebody teach me how to make fan cams just for this bit.
You're so bad at this.
Begins to imagine a world where things do the opposite of what they're supposed to do. That's the problem this episode. I don't think I've mentioned that yet. These include balloons getting heavy, gravity shutting off, the inevitable death of the sun, and monsters becoming cute. Would monsters becoming cute be a bad thing? Do monsters exist in the United Kingdom? Okay, so I'm not really sure if monsters really do exist in the UK. So today, I brought a real life British person to help solve the question on everyone's mind. Is it British or something else that starts with the letter B? Okay. She should answer any second now. Any minute now.
Please go away.
Oh, okay. 3 calls up their Deus Ex Machina to tell 4 to get those underpaid employees back to work. But just before 4 can put a stop to this problematic unionizer, Spooky Spoon comes down and tanks the brain gain waves. There's 2 of them now? They can do that? So Spooky Spoon gets a wig, 4 has a panic attack, and 5 proceeds to fill time with a 30-second imagination segment about something we already knew. 8 and 9 call in to brag about their 4th holiday this month, and 5 decides that preserving her superior's vacation is more important than the currently growing destruction of the meanies.
Hey, Bailey's just soaking up some rays over here. So I'd call and checking on the office, make sure everything's going alright.
Oh, great, you know, those meanies are just up to their usual thing. That's nothing we can't handle.
Summon another demon.
Get out! Gotta go. Bye!
You may think asking for help is the moral of this movie, but this never comes up again. An agent calls with some helpful information.
I think it's more opposites. Big things and small things. Thanks, Agent 20.
Problem Blob is now making things the wrong size, and Spooky Spoon is also there too, I guess. This kid gets a car, this girl loses her cowboy hat, and this poor clown gets brutally attacked by a child. This clown is another reoccurring character that the meanies constantly pick on, but I don't feel that bad because, you know, he's a clown. Being silly is his job. But I'm super excited for his spin-off movie, The Joker. 6 gets overwhelmed and calls for backup, so 5 is like, yeah, I'm not going out there, I could die. Hey, 3 and 4, my younger and less experienced co-workers, could you go out and help him? So they get launched out, but uh-oh, 5 can't find a place for 3 to land. Could this possibly be foreshadowing a Number Taker appearance? No. I mean, well, he does show up, but 5 is just bad at her job.
6 goes inside of a boot, and 5 tells 4 to meet up with 6, but for some reason their communications are down?
I don't know, they never explain this. 5 goes, he's in a boot. 4 goes, is this a boot? And jumps in some random guy's sneakers where he proceeds to get stepped on. 4 finds 6 and they play this little jingle like 6 and 4 have been best friends for ages, which isn't true, but I mean, it's a cute song.
The 2 best numbers ever seen. 6 and 4, 4 and 6.
Also, 0's there with Chekhov's mirrors.
I think you're a bit too small, 0. And 1 and 2.
5 decides that she needs more help, so she calls up hit actress Daisy Ridley to use her force powers to find 3. And then this happens.
Hello? Is anybody there? Yes. Me. Me. Just me.
Is the moral of this movie gaining independence and coming of age? No, this never gets brought up again. So 3 goes spelunking and ends up in a Zelda dungeon where she comes across a bunch of shapes and a sentient flashlight. Suddenly, from the shadows, an evil figure emerges. Oh hey, it's me! I decide, yeah, I'm gonna kill 3 once and for all. But her magic flashlight blasts me with the gay ray. And honestly, that's how I want to go out. Daisy Ridley shows up because she's an ally, and I can't let either of them win because she ruined Star Trek! An epic chase ensues, and I decide I'm gonna make a reference to the Mario Party minigame Granite Getaway, but then I realize the game always ends with everyone winning. My bad. Cue minute-long segment of 3 and Daisy Ridley screaming at my shapes. After they broke my spheres, I said some things I probably shouldn't have. I've made a serious and continuous lapse in my judgment. I am very sorry for the things I have said. I don't take them back, but just know I am deeply, deeply sorry. Daisy Ridley can apparently speak flashlight, informing us that the flashlight's name is Cylinder and that it hasn't seen the light of day in hundreds of years. It then proceeds to flirt with every cylinder it can find because boy are they 3 and 7 get their own song, and I'm starting to think these songs are important. Suddenly 5 gets an unexpected call.
I've lost 2.
What? How? He's 2 years old, he shouldn't have left your site in the first place! How did this happen?
Can you help me find one?
Also, this is happening. Not sure how to describe it. The show says, oh, they have 10 fingers, and that means the number taker. I guess? Oh, and now they're dancing? I'm still trying to find out how this relates to the number taker. 6 and 4 decide to split up, but this turns out to be a bad idea because the puzzler shows up and he's all like, gonna kill you guys if you don't make 10 5 different ways. Long story short, 9 finds 1, 8 finds 2, 3 and Daisy Ridley were already paired up, and 4 gets stepped on again. Cause it was so funny the first time! But oh no, that's only 1, 2, 3, 4 ways of making 10! And there's only one numberjack left! 5!
It looks like time for a sacrifice.
So Chekhov's mirrors show up and 5 is like, uh-oh, I'm the wrong way. Good thing these mirrors are plural. And all their problems are fixed. All the meanies get blasted into space. Well, except for the number taker. He just kind of walks away. And the day is saved. We then get a really, really, really long song about making the number 10. Well, golly gee. I sure had a gee whiz old time watching Seaside Adventure with my best friends, the Numberjacks, and my new best friends, the viewers. You. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, hey Bailey, what is the moral of Seaside Adventure, a Numberjack story? And the answer is, there's only 5 ways to make 10.